In this video presentation, we're going to see how to connect to a classic OPC DA server. We can follow along with the knowledge base article under Support and Knowledge Base at openautomationsoftware.com. On the left, we'll see data connectors. If we expand that, we'll see how to connect to an OPC DA server. The first thing we want to check is that the OPC service is running under the Windows operating system. We'll start the Configure application and go to Configure, Tags. At this point, we can add a tag or a group to then add tags to that group. Let's just call it Test OPC as the group name. And for the tag name, let's call it My OPC Value. Here we can then specify the data source to be OPC. We'll then use the Browse button to browse the list of local OPC servers. We'll click on the local connection to bring up a list of the OPC servers registered on the operating system. Then select one of the OPC servers that you want to connect to. There, you'll see a list of branches. You can expand that list of branches to browse within that address space. Here, I'm going to select SIM device. Let's scroll down to one of the common ones called ramp, and then click OK. And now when I click Apply Changes, we see the value is coming in as good data quality at the rate that we've specified under the OPC update rate. If you want to adjust this OPC update rate, just change it to what you'd like it to be. Click Apply Changes, and now we can see that the simulation within that OPC server is running at a faster rate. This point is now capable of being used in any of the client applications of OAS for data logging, alarm notification, and visualization using data route. We can also write to this tag value if it's writable. Let's add another item that we can actually write to. We'll just call this tag name OPC Write. Again, changing the data source to OPC and select Browse. There are some points in a folder down here in the simulation server called OutTest. We'll just select one. Click Apply Changes. And now when we select the Write button, whatever value you write to it, that is the value that is written to the OPC server. And now we're seeing the feedback from that as it's being read. If you would like to add multiple OPC items all at once, there are several options to do that. 1. You can use the CSV export feature to export a list of tags. And you can export just the items you're interested in. If we expand value under drivers, we'll see OPC Classic as some of the items related to that tag that you would want to export into a CSV file. You then make your modifications in Excel, save it, close it, and then perform an import to import all of the items that you want. Take note that the OPC item path is set to an OPC server name /OPC item. Another way you can do bulk addition of OPC items and tags is to use the programmatic interface of OAS. So if we go back to the website, under the knowledge base articles, we can see under programmatic interfaces, we have the OAS configuration. And there, we can see how to programmatically get or set tag properties. Or you could use the REST interface, also under programmatic interfaces. If we go to the REST API and the Getting Started guide, you'll see a video on how to use this API interface. Another way you can do a bulk addition of OPC items is to use the one-click import feature. I'm going to demonstrate that for you now. We'll just create a new group called My OPC Items. We'll then select that group and select one-click import. From here, we'll select Import OPC DA 2.x or 3.0 OPC items. We can continue while it's in runtime. If you're importing 10,000 or more OPC items from an OPC server, you may want to stop runtime first before proceeding. Then we'll browse the list of local OPC servers. We'll select one of the OPC servers that we want to import the values from, and then optionally select the branch within the OPC server to import just those items. We'll then select Add Tags. We'll see that it's added 200 tags from the OPC items from the OPC server. We'll click OK. And then if we expand the group here, you can see it's named a group matching that branch within the OPC server. And then we have the tag names matching the OPC item names of the OPC server. We're now ready to save the configuration. We'll select the Save button, and it'll bring up a prompt here to enter in a file name to save to. We'll click Save, and then we'll be prompted. Do we want to make this the default configuration when the system restarts? We'll select Yes, so that these tags are now running anytime your operating system restarts. If you have more questions about connecting to OPC DA servers, be sure to check out our Getting Started page and the knowledge base article on the one-click OPC DA feature we just demonstrated. Also, some of the commonly asked questions about OPC DA, and then also a troubleshooting guide. If the OPC server is not running as a Windows service, you'll see some guides in here on how to use the OPC Foundation sample client to test that OPC server. And then optionally use the OPC data fix, which is very easy to use if you want to run the OAS OPC service as a Windows desktop account instead of running as a service under the system account. You're welcome to contact us under Support Contact Us. There, you'll see our support email that you can use. If you'd like to try Open Automation software for a 30-day trial, select the download link from our Open Automation software website. You have now learned how to programmatically get or set tag properties,